Exactly. Now it's time for the women's 400 meters. An outstanding event for the U.S. in the 1984 Olympic Games. World record by Marita Koch, the legend from East Germany, 47.60. The American record set at the 1984 Los Angeles Olympic Games by Valerie Briscoe. Lane 1, Celena Mondie, who is versatile from 400 down to 100. Michelle Felder in 2. Michelle Taylor from USC in 3. Stephanie Bennett in 4. Natasha Kaiser, one to watch in 5. Terri Dendy in 6. Jearl Miles in lane 7. And Arlise Emerson, 28 years old, in lane 8.
There you see on the outside, you're looking at Arlise Emerson, who did not have a good year so far in competition this year. She's up against a very good field. Keep an eye on the time. We'll try and show you right after the race immediately. 51.03 seconds. 51 seconds, just over that, is the 10th fastest in the world. Let's see how close to that these ladies can get.
There's a number of girls in this race who have the ability to go all the way from 200 down up to 800, 100 to 400. Michelle Taylor from USC in lane 3 just ran 2 flat for 800 meters a couple of weeks ago. And they're off, and they are happy to be off. They've been out here for 20 minutes warming up, and believe me, they don't need that much time to warm up in this heat here in Norman, Oklahoma. Out early in lane 6, Terri Dendy looking very, very good. Now Michelle Taylor in 3, moving along very nicely. She has that 800-meter strength that she ran 2 flat just recently, Larry.
If she's close, will be a factor down the home stretch. People tend to tie up. Keep an eye on the woman in red who's back right now. You're looking at, that is Dendy out there in the lead in the east in blue.
Terri Dendy looked very, very good, but as you said, Michelle Taylor starting to make a move. Lane 7, that's Jearl Miles. She really spent herself through that curve. Terri Dendy, this is the best she's looked in a number of years. Michelle Taylor in 3, fading badly, and in Celena Mondie in lane 1, a bad draw for her. She will get second. Terri Dendy will win this race, and that is not a name we have heard of for a couple of years now, Larry. Terri Dendy running a very strong race there, unofficially 51.73, and in this heat, and with that type of pace, not a bad time for Terri Dendy.
Well, she was an alternate on our Olympic team, did not make the 4x4, but has been improving. Dwight, George Mason University star, has run 51.64 earlier this year, so it's good when you can come this late in the season and be right on your best form. There she is on the outside in blue. Watch the pickup around the arm strength. She actually ran a pretty even race. One of the fears that you have as a 400-meter runner is you're very close to tying up if you go out even 2 or 3 tenths of a second too fast. That is how optimum a condition these runners learn their bodies and know how hard and how to pace themselves throughout the whole race. She wins by 2 steps.
Terri Dendy from the East team in George Mason University, where she just graduated a couple of years ago. A very fine performance, considering the fact that we really have not heard much from her lately. Celena Mondie coming up very nicely in lane 1 for 2nd place, but it was all Terri Dendy in that race.
She tends to compete on the East Coast. She trains hard with John Cook and the team, the women's team down there at George Mason, as they've won the IC4As now for a couple of years in a row.
Well, we'll be back with more track and field action. The men's 400 meters, that will be a hot field. We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome back, everyone, to John Jacobs Stadium here in the campus of the University of Oklahoma. Very fine crowd on the far bleachers, and the ones behind us are almost filled as we have some high jump competition going on in the decathlon, which we'll bring you tomorrow. And we have the pole vault going on. The bar is at 17 feet, 4 inches. The men's 400 meters is up next. As I mentioned at the top of the show, if you're with us, there you see some of the panorama of the stadium. Beautiful facility here. All of these running surfaces that you're looking at have been refurbished. This facility is exclusively for the use of track. Just at the end of the track stadium and across the street is Norman, Oklahoma, University of Oklahoma football stadium itself. Dwight, you've talked to some of the athletes I have too. It seems that they conclude this is a fast, solid facility.
And it's funny, I was out here running today, and the track feels soft to your hand or to your feet, but all the people I have talked to also said this is a fast surface. There's a nice trailing wind, which is good for the athletes in the sprint. So altogether, a good surface, and it also sheds water easily, which we saw last night.
Ron Franklin right now is with a winner of the 400 meters. Let's go down to Ron with Terri Dendy.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. Terri Dendy, catching your breath right here. Congratulations. Fine race.
Thank you. Oh, still kind of tired.
The guys were saying upstairs as you came across the finish line, this actually is the first time that we've heard from you in some time. Why?
Yeah, well, my season's been coming along a little slow. I had a long season last year coming off the games. And I was just finally trying to get into it, and my training came in a little slow. So my times are finally dropping to where they should be.
This is close to a PR for you, isn't it? What, last year in Cologne?
Yeah, in Cologne I went 51.45. I've been trying to break my 50-point.
Okay, one last thing, and I'll let you go catch your breath completely. What about the wind? Was it a problem?
Yeah, when I came up the turn right off the top, when I was going to the straightaway, I was like, oh, God. And then I finally got my composure, and I was like, I'm just going to go with it. And I tried to finish as strong as possible.
Okay. Terri Dendy, congratulations.
Thank you.
Terri Dendy, the winner of the women's 400 meters. Now, gentlemen, let's go back up to you.
Terri Dendy, official time, 51.70, an outstanding time for her. We'll be back with the men's 400 right after this break.